Well, we've been talking about, and Laurie Penny touched on government spending and all of that. Let's just end, because we're in Wakefield, with a question that's going to affect you all here. From Tarina Sykes, please.
Is it worth the £63 billion it will cost to build the HS2, and how long will it take to pay for itself?
Because we now know that this thing has been confirmed, and it seems to be running over budget, as these things do. Laurie Penny, you in favour of HS2?
Well, look, the infrastructure projects are going to be vital for the next 10, 20 years of development in Britain. We certainly need to be investing in big projects right now. I think what the concern has to be for people who live locally, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't live locally, but it's whether people who will be displaced and whose lives will be really affected by this are going to get adequate compensation, are going to have help to move. And I think, that's what the business of government has to be about.
Well, we can ask her.
Compromise.
What do you think?
Well, they're not getting the compensation, and, well, I don't think that you can ever justify spending £63 billion on a transport system. What's going to save an hour of a journey, if that?
Yes.
The woman in... The woman there in red up there at the back. Are you in favour of it? No, with red hair too, yes.
I just don't really understand what the benefit of shaving 20 minutes off the journey time to London is going to actually do for the north of England.
Okay. And is anybody in favour here in the audience of it? Yes, you, sir. Yes.
Yes, it's essential that we invest in infrastructure. It'll create jobs. It'll promote growth and boost of the economy in the north.
Okay,
but we have plenty of infrastructure that already...
That's absolutely right, but sadly, global precedent always shows that if you build a fast railway service to the capital city, all you do is accelerate the people who go to the capital city. We need to do exactly the opposite.
But it's essential...
it should be stopped, and the money should be spent up here. It's rare I agree with George Osborne, but it should be spent on the Northern Powerhouse.
Would you rather borrow money that's cheap and just give it away in quantitative easing?
Helicopter
no, I would spend
the
on infrastructure in the
very
north.
back, yes. You.
Yeah, you can get from Wakefield to London in 2 hours, yet last week and last month and the month before that, it typically takes me 3 hours to get to Liverpool. Shouldn't we be thinking about
exactly.
M62?
Please, Stanley. Keep it short. We've got a couple of minutes.
HS2 is a white elephant on wheels. Well, apparently it's not on wheels. Right, OK. Well, it should get some wheels first. We can spend £60 billion. I expect it to be on wheels.
What does it mean? What do you mean? Well, seriously, what do you mean when you say it's a white elephant?
It has already doubled in its price. It is only going to shave a few minutes off the journeys. By the time the damn thing is built, it'll already be out of date in technological terms. We have a massive rail infrastructure which desperately needs investment. There is an infamous train in the part of the world where I've come from which has literally, in its existence, never once been on time. There are things that need to be done. We should not be pouring money into these grandiose, vain projects which politicians just love to crack a bottle of champagne over.
Ruth Davidson?
I'm not sure the Hogwarts Express is really making the point for you, but I think my problem is that when everyone's talking about this north-south divide, I've just got in a car and driven for 4.5 hours south to get here. So in terms of what HS2 does for areas even further north than Wakefield, actually it doesn't do very much. I agree with the gentleman at the back that we need investment in infrastructure, but what I want is something that gives me the biggest bang for my buck, and I'm not sure that HS2 does that.
So if you were leading the Conservative Party, it might not be going ahead.
What's that?
I said if you were leading the Conservative Party, it might not be going ahead. You, sir, there, you had your hand up.
Thank you.
Yes. Briefly, if you would. I want to bring Alan in before we
All
start.
of this talk about saving time is an absolute misnomer.
Yes.
We're sat in Wakefield. It's going to disrupt people in Wakefield. And guess what? It won't stop here. We can't get on the train here. We have to go to Leeds. So it will actually take longer to get to London from Wakefield than it does today.